Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey, Dave, Frank from Cleveland. A couple things. I was watching the show Friday, and you were giving the percentages, 5% for fifth round picks and 30% for third round. All that's out the window, Dave. Come on now. You got the talent, you got the talent. Look at Tom Brady. The list can go on and on where they got picks. Brock Purdy, for example. So I want to see Shedeur play. I think he's a lot better than Dylan Gabriel with game situations. And that'll be it, Dave. Be good, be safe, you and the family, and I love you.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Jeff, the only reason I point out, the percentages with quarterbacks and guys late, you're looking for an anomaly. This is not the normal. Tom Brady's not the normal. Brock Purdy's. Other than that, you probably can't name any quarterbacks. The other thing, I get people saying they have to see Shedeur. They're going to know by the way he prepares, the way he practices. Do we think he's ready to see what it's like in an NFL regular season game?
Yeah, no, I mean, I couldn't agree more. And as you're saying anomaly, and we're trying to put all of this, when we keep in mind, when we are talking about Shedeur Sanders, this is a guy that nobody thought in any way whatsoever was going to end up ultimately being drafted in the 5th round as it was. So, I mean, if you're going to want to talk about an anomaly, Shedeur Sanders himself is an anomaly. He was a guy that probably carried a top 50 or maybe a top 75 grade within this draft class, ended up getting drafted 144th overall. I mean, if you want to have people agree on one thing, I think everybody will universally agree that he was much better than the 144th selection that was made in this draft. So it does give you an advantage because here is a guy that was drafted at 144 in the 5th round, but legitimately could be in contention to start, and I wouldn't say maybe week 1, but start certainly a lot faster than if a 5th round pick ever broke through to actually get to the starting opportunity. Certainly you would figure there's more of an accelerated path where Shedeur Sanders could be a 5th round guy to start than most 5th rounders in recent memory. Again, I think it comes down to what you feel Sanders can ultimately do. I don't think, getting in there and performing is something that's, would be over his head. I don't think it would be surprising if he got in there and played well. You do want to make sure that your offensive line is playing, well up to what the expectation is, because one of the biggest issues for Shedeur at Colorado was, that it was just a poor offensive line. And at times Shedeur ended up trying to do more than he probably should have while trying to avoid pass rush. And of course, do you have your other elements in place? Are your skill players performing? Obviously it's a question now, where is the running game at? So you can have the benefit of the running game. I don't think it really should be a surprise, and we spend so much time talking 4 quarterbacks. I wouldn't be that surprised at all if it ended up that maybe it was Joe Flacco and then at a certain time there was a switch made and it was Shedeur Sanders, and all this talk about 4 different quarterbacks ended up maybe just being just that, a lot of talk.